Hey guys, it's Coach Laney here with Steel Strength Training. I'm the nutrition specialist here at Steel, and I'm excited to be back on the camera. I took a little break from doing long form content, but I'm back, and I'm excited to talk to you guys today about fiber, all right? This is an interesting one. I haven't touched on this much yet, but I did a deep dive just kind of summarizing why we need fiber, why is it important, and what does it do to our bodies. So let's get into it. There's two main forms of fiber. We have soluble and insoluble. Soluble, it's kind of like a gel-like material, and it dissolves in water. The interesting thing about soluble fiber is that it actually has a very big effect on LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol. It can lower your LDL cholesterol by 5 to 11 points, okay? Just 5 to 10 grams of soluble fiber per day can lower your LDL cholesterol 5 to 11 points. All right, and then we also have insoluble fiber. This does not dissolve in water. So this would be like wheat, bran, bread, things like this is going to be your insoluble fiber. And it adds bulk to your stool and does not cause constipation. All right, so I'm going to give you all some examples of soluble fiber foods and insoluble fiber foods. All right, so soluble, we're going to have oatmeal, mango, figs, black beans, navy beans, oat bran cereal, kidney beans, Brussels sprouts. Insoluble is going to be wheat bran, kidney beans, black beans, pears, okra, green beans, raspberries, flaxseed, barley, sweet potatoes, and whole wheat pasta. So our soluble, again, is going to be more, it's really interesting because I thought that there would be a pattern, but there's not a big pattern between insoluble and soluble in terms of like what you would think. Like, oh, beans are all soluble and bread is all insoluble. There is a little bit of a trend, but make sure if your doctor says like, hey, you need more insoluble, that you look up specific foods, because a lot of these surprised me in terms of like how navy beans are soluble beans, but black beans are insoluble. Like you would think they would be the same category, but they're not a fiber. So the highest soluble fiber food is going to be oatmeal, and the highest insoluble food is going to be wheat bran. So anything whole wheat is going to be for fiber. All right. Next thing, just some high fiber foods in general, just to help you guys get a visual. Bran cereal, cooked kidney beans, lentils, black beans, chickpeas. Any bean is going to be high in fiber, and it depends on which insoluble or soluble. Pears, soybeans, quinoa, sweet potatoes, baked potato with the skin is important. Make sure you have the skin if you want fiber. And then berries as well. So just an interesting thing about fiber is that it's mostly going to be in wheat and beans, but fruit and vegetables have it as well. So best way to make sure you're getting enough fiber in your diet, because I think sometimes we can be eating, I know for me, like I eat healthy, but sometimes I don't pay attention to the fiber foods, and I think we just assume things have fiber because they're healthy, but that's not always true. So if you really want and need fiber, let's say you have symptoms of low fiber, make sure you add beans, you add lentils, you add whole wheat to your diet, and that's going to be great ways to add fiber in to your diet. So something I've been kind of thinking about recently, like I've talked about sourdough, I've talked about baking bread at home. The most superior way to make your bread is making it at home. Even if it's not sourdough, I would rather you make it from home than buy it in the store. And even sourdough in the store is often not real sourdough in terms of it's not fermented all the way, so it doesn't have all the probiotics and benefits as it should because they speed up the process. Classic. So something that is really like the most superior bread you could make is whole wheat sourdough bread. Okay, I tried it recently because my parents have a grain grinder. So they have their own whole wheat berries, which is amazing. And they grind it themselves. So it's like super fresh, not super dry berries. And then they add it into their bread. Okay. I know what you're thinking. You've probably had those 100% whole wheat bread before and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so dry, it's so thick, sticks to the roof of your mouth. I know the feeling. I don't like it either. But I tried sourdough where I did half organic white flour and half wheat flour, and I still got a good amount of fiber and a good amount of whole wheat from just doing half and half if you don't like the taste of the whole wheat. So that's a great option, whether that's sourdough whole wheat or just regular whole wheat bread. Just add in a little bit of whole grain and it'll go a good long way for fiber and all the nutrients. So like any white flour product is going to not have fiber, number one, because it takes out the part of the wheat kernel that has the fiber in it. So white flour is not going to have much, if any, flour or fiber in it. And then if you ever see on processed things, they add in these vitamins in there. So it's called like enriched flour. The reason why they do that is because America has shown to have deficiencies in the whole wheat type of bread just category. We don't have a lot of whole wheat products. We don't have enough of the vitamins like thiamine, riboflavin, and some other ones. And so they'll add those in because we're not getting enough in our own diet. So if you're not getting enough of those in your diet, you're most likely not getting enough fiber. So you kind of kill a bunch of birds with one stone if we just focus on whole wheat things and we focus on more beans. You're going to get the nutrients you need. You're not going to have to rely on enriched processed flour for your vitamins as well as your fiber, or for your bread. So I would just say make the switch towards whole wheat things. Add oats to everything, to many things, smoothies, things like that. Your yogurt. Add chia seeds, everything. It doesn't take much to add fiber to your diet. I actually think it's a pretty easy thing to change in your diet. So I think you guys can do it. Let me know if you have any questions about this video. I have the citation link below of where I got some of my research from. But yes, I enjoyed talking to you guys. Let me know if you liked this topic, what topics you want to hear from me soon. And like this video. All right, I'll see y'all in the gym soon.